Hello and welcome everyone. Today I saw on Facebook that Spiky Bits just released an article talking about some new books that Black Library is going to be releasing. One I saw in particular is going to be the Konrad Curze Primarch book that I'd like to talk about today. We'll just get started in the article. It says, more releases are on the way. It's Konrad Curze, Knights of McCrag, and more headline the lore side of things this week from GW. Keep tabs on your favorite factions and characters from the worlds of Warhammer with this week's new release titles. So the first one obviously is Konrad Curze the Night Haunter. For 20 bucks. It's not that bad. It's written by Guy Haley, the Night Haunter. Of all the Emperor's immortal sons, the Primarchs, it is Konrad Curze whose legend is the darkest. Born in the shadows of Nostramo, a world of murderers, thieves, and worse. Is it any surprise that he became the figure of dread known only as the Night Haunter? Heed now the tragic story of the creature Konrad Curze, master of the Night Lord's Legion, of how he became a monster and a weapon of terror. He who once served the Imperium saw the truth in a maddening universe and the hypocrisy of a loveless father, and embraced the only thing that made any sense, darkness. From the blood-soaked gutters of his hive-world upbringing to the last days of his ill-fated existence, Curze is a Primarch like no other, and his tale is one to chill the very bone. So this isn't the first Primarch book that's come out, obviously. They've had a whole host of them. With me right here I have Rebute Gilliman, hopefully I didn't butcher that, by David Annandale. I kind of like this one. It features them on a planet fighting orcs trying to reclaim a lost humanity. What would you call it? A world that humanity colony ships settled on. I also have the Leman Russ, Magnus the Red, Perturabo, Fulgrim, though admittingly I haven't finished that one. Vulcan, and the first one I bought was Ferrus Manus, Gorgon of Medusa. I got the special edition one for Feora. It is the 1273rd of 2500. I'm interested to get my hands on this one, especially for my friend who's a Night Lords player and really likes Konrad Curze, the whole evil Batman running around, basically just shredding up evildoers. I think it'll be a nice addition. There's still more books to cover in the future, so I'm pretty sure those will be coming out soon as well. The next one is the Uriel Ventris Chronicles, Volume 2, for 20 bucks. I don't personally follow Uriel Ventris. I have seen him mentioned in the Hanzhou Omnibus for the Iron Warriors. I know he's the Ultramarines' 4th Company captain, and he had to... Well, here, let's just read it. The Ultramarines are the epitome of the Space Marine chapter. Warriors without peer, their name is a byword for discipline and honor, and their heroic deeds are legendary. Captain Uriel Ventris fights to prove his worth and return to the hallowed ranks of the chapter after his exile to the Eye of Terror. But as the Iron Warriors move against Ultramar, a grim premonition comes to light. Ventris will have a part to play in the coming war. For good or ill, the ongoing story of Uriel Ventris continues in this omnibus edition, featuring 3 action-packed novels, as well as exciting short stories in the classic comic The Bone Road. The contents are The Killing Ground, Courage and Honor, The Chapters Due, and The Bone Road. Now, from what I've read in the Hanzhou Omnibus, Uriel Ventris did something. He's known for not falling in line with the Codex Astartes all the time, and he was cast out of the chapter. He basically had to go on a mission, a suicide mission, to redeem his honor, or like the chapter's honor, so he could come back. And quick spoilers, he ended up going to the Iron Warriors' homeworld of Medengard, the fortress world, and he ended up ruining Hanzu's plans. The whole Demon Kilaba thing, where Hanzu was experimenting and fusing people together and creating, trying to find a new way to create Space Marines, because the whole Space Marine Gene Seed and the Warp, the Trader Gene Seed, because of the warp energies that are constantly flowing, it's becoming harder and harder for the Gene Seeds in the Warp to take effect in people. Most of the time, it now fails. So that's one of the reasons why Trader Marines and like the Chaos Legions, they don't regrow their numbers to like their legion strengths again and just wage war on the Imperium. Also, the constant infighting between them slows them down as well. So this, for me reading the Hanzo Omnibus, this would probably, if I grab this, it'll probably give me more of an insight on what Uriel Ventress was doing and why he's been sent out on this suicide mission. Another one is Knights of Macragge. I know it's about Cato Sicarius. It says, the Primarch Rabute Gilliman of the Ultramarines has returned in the galaxy's hour of need, and all muster to his indomitous crusade to hold back the darkness. Amongst these heroes is Cato Sicarius, master of the Watch and vaunted captain of the Second Company. Disaster befalls Sicarius and his brave warriors as their ship, the Emperor's Will, is lost to the hellish warp. Its entire crew believed slain, but Sicarius endures. Though he and his men are fighting for their very survival against the denizens of the Great Rift, the demons and renegades of chaos, cast adrift and war-weary, hope appears too distant to grasp until the storm breaks at last and a strange world beckons. As the captain and a band of his chosen warriors descend to the surface seeking aid, they find an isolated land seemingly from an ancient era, one plagued by a terrible enemy. Sicarius will not see this world suffer, and pledges his warriors to the world's cause, determined to save it whatever the cost. But what is the dark secret harbored here, and what will it mean for the Ultramarines if they uncover it? So this is digging into the question that during the Indominus Crusade something happened to Cato Sicarius. His ship was, when they were warp traveling, got sucked into the Great Rift, and they basically got lost. And Sicarius, to my knowledge, is in this book, he's missing. He's away from Ultramarines and Gilliman. I know that I was reading up on the wiki about the Ultramarine captains, and right now it was something. There's a Primaris captain in charge of Second Company while Sicarius is gone. It's like a Primaris captain in Gravis armor. I forgot his name, something with an A. I'll have to double check that. The last book that they've revealed is Cal Jericho, Sinner's Bounty Limited Edition. I've never heard of Cal Jericho before, so this is completely new to me. The Underhive's most infamous rogue is back in action, bringing his trademark swagger and deadly skills to a new job. Cal Jericho returns to Hive Primus, chasing his biggest bounty yet, the maniacal preacher from the Crusade of the Red Redemption, Desolation Zune, racing down Hive in a mining hauler, bristling with stolen guild or weaponry. But with a prize like this at stake, every other Venator worth the name will be hunting down the Redemptionist. Can Cal claim Zune's head, or will he find a rival's knife in his back? So this is one of those limited edition ones where they only release, a certain amount of special edition copies, like pre-orders, like if you're one of the first people to buy it. But, so, I don't know anything about this one. I'd have to do more looking into it. But these are pretty much the 4 books that have just been revealed today. Personally, out of all these, I'm pretty much just excited for this one. I would like to get it for my friend as like a gift. But other than that, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for listening.